All right. Here we go. Game 1 of Losers Bracket 3.2. Tayto versus Ruff on Shatter. Tayto bringing with them a Harugamo, 420 Blaze It, a Daring, another Daring, and then we've got a Moskva unique upgrade, a Napoli, another Napoli, a San Martin, and for battleships, a Loria, and a St. Vincent this time around instead of our usual Schlieffen. What do you got, Puddin'?
Now, I do believe this is Ruff's same strategy that won them this game when they faced the team I forgot about already.
Pumbaa.
Pumbaa, on this exact map, we have a unique Moskva, a radar YY with built-in modules with torpedoes, Napoli. Let's see, we have a Marsilli, Loria. Gonna have a funny feeling they're gonna go out wide again. Moskva is gonna be at the bottom of B. YY and Napoli are gonna go a little deep into apples. The Colombo's gonna be south of B-ish, and I say B-ish, but he will be cheated towards the A side, not to the chocolate side. And to everybody's surprise and shock and awe, the Gdansk and San Martin are going to chocolate. Now, I do remember last time that the Colombo did help support chocolate with the Schlieffen that did push down, as we are now calling it, Battleship Alley, because cool names.
And if I remember right, Ruff lost on this map against Pumbaa.
Was it? I don't. That's in the past. We're in the future now, guys. We don't live in the past.
Pretty sure that was game 3, but anyway.
Once it came 3, I'm living in a present, the past. I have, like, my memory is bad.
All good. All good.
But I mean, like I said, I do believe this is their same strategy, and I think the only difference is, like I said, you know, the Colombo is, you know, towards the strong side. I honestly don't recall if he flipped over when they spotted the Schlieffen coming through, but he is there to kind of, you know, support, see if it is a little bit strong, or he can just go right to B and support the A side if that's where they are. Because if you do notice, they are going, Tayto is going very heavy to chocolate.
Yep. We're going to get a toilet bowl action here.
Well, what they heard was 2 Americans were casting this, and they love milk chocolate, and they want it, and they want it badly.
Okay.
Prove me wrong. And no, we're not doing interviews, so you can't prove me wrong.
Okay.
Oh, we have Moskva action. I'm completely shocked by both Moskva's positionings.
Yes, both being shot at by their respective Lorias. But Squizzer is here to add a little bit of shell weight.
Well, I mean, they were very aggressive with this Napoli, like last time. I do remember this because it was what pushed the Gdansk that Pumbaa had, like, away.
Yep. So you can see the impact that SAP shells have on 50mm armor plating deck and stuff. It just, SAP doesn't care. Especially Loria-sized SAP.
Well, I mean, here's, like, it's 3v2, and I'm gonna be completely shocked and appalled that the 3v2 is winning.
No.
Four.
Player 4 has entered.
Player 4 only has 1 shell, and that went way over.
And he even put up a smoke screen too, so he wouldn't be shot at. What is he playing, a cruiser? That's all right. He's got a couple more in the tank, right?
You know what? I'm glad he put it up because he put his spotter plane up, which means his detection goes out even further. It doesn't change your smoke firing penalty.
And if anybody sees the spotter, it tells you the ship is. So, anyway.
Just because you know where the Colombo is, he shot, right? Sap.
Yep.
There's no way that wasn't called out. There's the Colombo.
Right. So now, despite the fact that there were so many ships on one, watch this, Both Moskvas taken down by Lorias.
But due to Napoli positioning, they're going to get bacon.
Oh, Squizzer's just going to walk right in now. Daring fired a few torpedoes, guessing wrong.
More importantly, I think Admiral Ted has got a decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
Stay here or make the push through. And what I mean by push through Battleship Alley, not a push into B.
Yeah,
if he's gonna stay here, he's gonna push towards B. Right? And this is one of these things that you definitely would be asking a caller, like, what do you want me to do? Unless you are the caller.
Yep.
Then you need to make up your mind.
Now notice that the plane from Squizzer catches Ted's Loria for a moment, so Squizzer immediately slows down. Obviously, he doesn't want to come out broadside in front of this Loria. Loria shells on the Colombo. Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got a Marsili push on the one line.
I'm shocked.
Shocked and appalled. Last time. Yep.
Oh, look, they caught a San Martin. I wonder if this will end the same for the San Martin.
We'll find out. This is a different San Martin, though. This one's,
not showing broadside?
Hiding away. Remember, the last time it was stuck bow in and then died.
Well, he's also not broadside.
That's right.
Now, what I do like, and like I do make this caller decision when I was, like for clan battles. One Marsili shoots HE all day, the other one shoots AP. Right? Because what that means is the guy shooting HE is going to be getting the damage on a bow and target. The guy with the AP, if the guy wants to go broadside, like somebody's already loaded and ready. Like it takes the decision factor out of your cruiser gameplay. Right? Especially keeping them together, because what that does is that San Martin has to go far enough away to go dark. He can't afford to turn to go broadside because one guy has AP loaded, and the guy with the AP loaded, he will use his reload booster on that gentleman when he's broadside, while the HE guy goes, oh, he put his fire out. Oh, I'm gonna use mine.
Yep. Tayto loses their San Martin. Ruff loses theirs, and Tato's used the funny button a moment ago and got his heel right back up again. But now he's got to charge his funny button up again, so he's got to start shooting. He might actually bait Abandoned Ships Marsili into this torpedo. He doesn't have hydro available. He does take one on the bow as Zark puts his hydro up. Because, oh look, there's a Daring here who is now spotted. Might not end too well for the Daring.
Well, Gdansk is low. Napoli's going to make inky. St. Vincent is, I believe, was called in to deal with the Napoli to get him out of bacon. Looks like the Loria is trying to help out with the San Martin that is extremely low. Almost cleared off the map.
Is about to go down unless he can get his funny button charged enough to use it.
Abandoned ship
big hit on Abandoned Ship.
He's died.
Yeah, he just got smacked by the St. Vincent, I think.
No, that was the Loria.
Was that the Loria? Oh, I see the Loria. Yeah.
Yes. St. Vincent was called in to deal with the Napoli, which...
Napoli, yep.
I will actually say it's the correct call because, HE just, if I'm not going to kill you, I'm going to break everything.
Well, Squizzer has painted himself into a pretty nasty corner anyways.
Oh, he'll be fine. He's a Napoli. Like, the only ship that would be more fine is the Petro dealing with a San Martin.
Seal the Deal just got smashed a little bit.
That's what I mean. Colombo shots in on the Napoli. Will the St. Vincent finish off Teo's Napoli?
Lots of torpedoes on Squizzer. Ooh. I don't think he was expecting those. Forces out the DCP. Seal the Deal does go down by the Loria. I think Irish God of War is just reloading and getting ready for his kill shot potential. Here it is right here. On Squizzer. He gets it. Squizzer showing just enough side to allow those shells to penetrate. Back up to the north, we've got Loria's secondaries going off on Potato Alert's Yu Yang now.
Well, if you connect with torpedoes, it might have been worth it.
Yeah.
Poor Zarg, he's just, once again, not in a good position.
No. No.
But,
And to the south.
That's the job of a Marsili.
Yep. To the south, we've got Muggy Cats, Colombo trying to find a way back into this against 2 destroyers. The Loria there, too. I think they need to deal with this St. Vincent, honestly. And I'm not sure why Aurelius is opening up with his Gdansk there. Gets him spotted, and he's really not in a position to take that much more damage. Muggy Cat detected, so here comes the torpedoes.
Well, we got torpedoes out on Zarg. His hydro is ready. I don't think those torpedoes hit, but will he do the COTS thing and radar? Hydro the torpedoes passing you.
Let's find out. Being torpedoes, Colombo takes torpedoes.
Oh, poor Zarg.
Zarg.
Oh.
You had the hydro. His engines are out now. DCP is available. He's just choosing not to use it. He's flooding too. Have they called a wipe? Have they decided to quit? There's the DCP. They shouldn't have called a wipe. They're even on ship still. Down a lot on.
No.
Well, actually, they're up on hit points.
You're not out of this yet. Right? Like, both your battleships are relatively healthy. Well, I'm going to say that while battleship action goes on, so that's going to be changed completely.
Well, funny torp on the Loria. Misses. Take a look at this. Loria get the AP shell in. Yes.
Oh, there goes Zarg.
Now we knew he was going to die.
Will the second funny torp connect? Like,
Aurelius is trying to get in position to help his teammate. Linker is in a really bad position now because he knows he can't go forward too much to get into the torp arcs, but now he's stuck showing a lot of broadside. And these turrets are turning. The main guns are turning. So even though the torpedo is a big threat, so are these turrets. And he's just sitting there and allowing these turrets all the time in the world to turn. He doesn't need the funny torpedo. Irish God of War will just kill him right here. Almost.
Well,
he didn't, so now he can funny torp.
Link is doing the correct thing and not turning, just going straight.
Well, into the torp.
But I mean, what do you do? I think it would have been better off if he would have just sailed and potentially eat the torp.
Absolutely. Just turn away, eat the torp up the butt, keep getting your AP shells on the beached St. Vincent, and that would have been a kill for Ruff.
But let's see.
Meanwhile, Tayto working down Muggy Cat's Colombo.
Who do you shoot? St. Vincent, or do you start taking shots into smoke?
I don't know, as Aurelius torpedoes his dead teammate. Colombo shots on Irish. Almost gets the kill, just not enough. Not enough.
If only the Gdansk had some sort of HP. Oh,
right?
wait, hold, never mind. Now we know why the St. Vincent decided to beat Siri. He made a quick stop at Home Depot so he can build a new ship.
There you go. Now he's smoking. I don't know why Aurelius is smoking right now. I guess he's going to try to shoot at the St. Vincent, but his opportunity's gone. I mean, he just printed himself a new ship, as you said, so...
Well, might be able to get that 3,000 damage that the Columbo won't be able to get.
There you go. Now, if the Gdansk torpedo, one of them had hit and connected, that would be a very dead St. Vincent, but...
Oh, there's the DCP.
Yep, yep. So Muggy Cat should finish this St. Vincent off with the final salvo.
Well,
I
all
mean,
that was
he's
going on, the
looking.
YY did cap Bacon.
Mm-hmm. He went into the mid. Smart.
Ooh,
Aurelius
comes out
detected now.
spotted. Ooh.
Why would you... Okay.
I think he came out and his gun plume might have that new mechanic, like that mechanic still gets me.
Yeah. Well, regardless, Muggy Cat finishes off the St. Vincent, and these torpedoes, if they have the legs, I mean, they're
Well,
going
more
to be
importantly,
detected,
we
though.
need to report Muggy Cat because what that means is Aurelius's torpedoes gotta have missed the target.
Catbot Kid's Harugumo is going into Bacon, so now we're going to see the Yu Yang Harugumo slap fight. And Harugumo's got the guns.
Yeah, but, and more importantly, Gumo doesn't have his smoke because he used it.
Well, and Yu Yang's got doesn't have his radar either because he used it too. Catbot Kid is in trouble. No.
Oh, and Haruguma is dark as YY goes dark.
Look at the score, y'all. Very close here.
Well,
3 minutes left in the game.
Tayto, I think, is going to win this game.
They're about to step into A. What really needed to happen was Potato Alert really needed to get the B cap and kill that Gumo somehow.
He needed to go in, not away, but at, like... Admiral Todd's still alive. Congratulations for taking all that damage. Once again, Gdansk torps are going to miss wildly.
That's the thing about those narrow spread torpedoes.
Haragumo is under radar.
Yeah, as is the Daring, and it looks like they've chosen to focus the Daring. Note that Team Red Ruff is not getting any points now because they have no caps.
Well, I point out that the Gumo was on radar because why would I want to push a Gumo and a Gdansk with clearly not enough HP to get the job done?
Well, I think they know. They're about to lose. So,
more importantly, what side of the guns? Because that could be the huge fact. Oh,
well,
no.
And the Gumo doesn't have radio location. This is why radio location is so helpful. Oh, don't do the torpedo. Oh, by taking the time to the torpedoes, Gdansk goes down. If he would have just stuck to his guns, he probably would have come away with that kill. And
he had a higher chance to come away with it because you, like you said, you completely caught the Gumo with his guns the wrong way.
Yep. And that's why I love radio location and just about any ship I can take it in, cruiser, destroyer, especially in competitive events. It gives you that last little bit of information that can be decisive. Well,
more importantly,
that'll be it for game one.
Luckily, it didn't come back to bite Tayto in the butt not having it, but if that Gdansk didn't decide to drop torpedoes and just shoot, that could have been the game right there. That easily could have been the loss.
Amazing.
You know, that gives you more time to kill the Daring.
Yep. All right, chat. We are going to do the next commercial break. We're going into 5 minutes in between, maximum 5 minutes between these games. So we're going to do a commercial break now. Here we go. Actually, no. What am I thinking? I can do this instead.
You know, I find it interesting that I believe Ruff chose the Bravo spawn on that map.
Well, I get the feeling that they felt like they had a pretty good setup, but it just didn't work for them.
The reason I bring that up because 90% of these maps have a bias towards the alpha spawn. Right, and while in random battles, people won't see it or understand it. In competitive, you kind of need to understand the biases of each map, where the strengths and weaknesses are.
Yep.
And I think Sleeping Giant is the biggest and easiest one to explain that with. I do believe the reason for the changes for a Sleeping Giant on putting 2 caps out on the 9-10 line is the bias for that map is that island on like D9. It's way closer to what was originally the only cap there that gave the Alpha team a huge advantage. You needed to send less ships to A, get it, or B, defend it, because you had that island that blocked so much. And in order to counter that, enemy had to put so much stuff all the way out to the 9-10 line, which then in turn meant the guy just played the other side of the island. Like, it's what do? You have to put such a strong force to counter one island and one cruiser. You know, which kind of meant some of your strategies, you could free up an extra ship because that positioning was just that strong.
Right.
For Alpha. You know, and that's what I really like about the change to Sleeping Giant is who has the advantage now? There's 2 caps there. There's 2 give me caps. You can leave equal ships because now the southern island, while it wasn't as advantageous for the southern team with the 1 cap, it's now perfectly fine with where the cap is located. Like, you now have another strong position for the southern team, so it equalizes the advantage of just 3 caps. Yep, and we're still waiting for people to get ready.
Yeah, Ruff is readied up. Tayto is in the process of readying. So
I wonder
we
what's
should be
taking so long here.
And they've been told they've got 2 minutes to ready up. I have a strong feeling that they're looking at the banned ships, and they're trying to figure out... let's go back to the ship ban screen. They're trying to figure out, okay, this is a hotspot. They've got their planned, but somebody just dropped. So they're probably telling somebody, go back and set up a blink.
I mean, if I was told 2 minutes and then I gotta go set up a ship, I might just say, oh, my game crashed.
But there's no extra delay from a game crash.
Oh,
so if you do that, then you're forfeiting. If you're not ready in time.
Yeah, see, I just...
And because of the rules, you can't take a ship in with, let's say, a COTS bill with no captain. Oh, my game crashed. You know?
Yeah. And you can't do that even if you bring a bot. You have to bring the bot. I think you could put a player in the bot ship, but you're literally like nothing. See, I like the 5 minute, like you have 5 minutes now with a 2-ship ban. I don't like 5 minutes with now 3. Like, there's so much. Like, there's so much you can't even cover. Like, all the training in a world, right? Like, you can try to guess what they're going to ban, but to cover everything almost takes 4 days to figure out.
Yeah. It's a
Like,
lot of work putting this stuff together, guys. It's a lot of work.
It's too much in my opinion. Go back to the two, like, why can't we make small changes? Like the CV rework. Literally, if you just did fighter spotting the same as support, 90% of the people would be happy, and we wouldn't have to go through 7 different stages of, testing.
Well, how about we go through some stages of the game, because Game 2's about to start.
Well, no.
Okay. All right, everybody, here we go. Game 2, Tayto versus Ruff. Tayto up 1-0 right now. This is a best of 3. Tayto has the ability to sweep Ruff out of the tournament right here, right now. Tayto bringing with him on hotspot a Kleber. This is a unique upgrade, so he's got the concealment and able to, do speedy boy things. Daring, Harugumo, 420 Blaze It build. Daring, Moskva with unique upgrade. Salem, and another Moskva with unique upgrade. And behind them is a Loria and a Colombo. I think Tayto's feeling pretty good about those 2 battleships, huh?
All worked for him last time.
Exactly.
So let's see. To the south, we have a Gdansk and Ragnar. I'm assuming they're going to have the chocolate right away. San Martin, Colombo are probably going to head all the way out to Bacon with one of the DDs, breaking off to give them possible support. Moskva is probably going to be parked behind Chocolate, and that is a ledge mod Moskva. Like, none of these builds have really changed, guys, over the years. Colombo is unique. Going all the way out to Donuts is 420 Blazing Gumo with a Wooster who still doesn't believe in AA flags to kill spotter planes. Unique Moskva and the Ohio, which is... see, I wouldn't have taken secondaries. I would have taken basics of survivability. But to each their own. If you're going to bring a secondary battleship, there's a ship called Schlieffen. Just bring it.
Remember, we saw Ruff play this map earlier today. I want to say this is the one that they lost, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And Linker ended up going into this no man's land islands here and going down. We'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, the only thing I remember from that was the Gdansk that went to sea, ate a torpedo, and got raided by Moskva and died. And that kind of set the tone for the game.
That's right. So maybe without that happening, this will be a different experience. I mean, there's no Moskva going to the traditional Moskva spot either, which is really interesting to see.
Well, we have a Moskva at the traditional Moskva spot. It's just, I think, last time we saw this, they had 2 Moskvas. So, they both went to the traditional spots.
Yeah, I'm talking about Tayto putting theirs there. Right, exactly. So that...
Oh, wait, no, there is... Yeah, they do have one over there. Yeah, I think they're more concerned about getting the push from apples to bacon. Because they are going heavy over there.
Tayto definitely seems to be going all in on this whole 1, 2, 3 push.
Daring comes under Moskva radar. Moskva opens up. Now all the Daring really has to do is just sit there and wait for a Moskva to die.
Oh, look at the Kleber. Tayto, he's gone all the way around A already. Wrapped around, and now he's in the cap. He's about to get radared by Aurelius. There it is.
I kind of like this play with their club.
I do too. It puts them off guard right away. And spots.
It puts them off guard. And they're not getting their technically their giving cap.
Their free cap, you got it. Their home cap, if you will. Yep.
Yeah, they've already been pushed off it, and we're less than 5 minutes into this game.
Yep. San Martin radaring now to get that spot on the Kleber. If he charges through and chases, we've got broadside to Salem. Oh, and he's not going to stay. He's going to stay in the smoke. Smart. Curious why he's not running his radar.
Moskva is under half health. Some shots coming in on the Ragnar that is radared in chocolate.
Both Moskvas actually are getting smashed on each team. Abandon ship for Ruff, and then seal the deal for Tayto. I see DJ now, yeah. So he went to the other side, volcano side. I've done that before. You typically get this in clan battles. You get one Moskva here, and they shoot each other across, and then a lot of times you get one Moskva here and here, and they shoot each other across too, and you get this giant X pattern in the middle.
Slob's at half health, but like this delay for Ruff getting B cap is forcing them to, like, they kind of have to get D now. Like they don't have a choice. They need to get a cap to start taking points for them, because you're gonna lose a Moskva eventually. Right? You will get a kill on a Moskva eventually, but the key word is eventually. There goes Gumo smoke for the Salem.
They're starting to push around A now. Yep. As Ruff grabs the D cap. I think that's only momentarily though, because you can see their daring is fixing to back in.
Well, daring's got to deal with the smoke booster and a Moskva and possibly the Ohio. Compared to, you know where the St. Martin's at, you know the Verdansk as the club. You know he has to be relatively close to that B cap. You know he reversed in. You know, the club is obviously reversing in, keeping St. Martin spotted. Is he gonna eat torpedoes?
Oh, think Skinny thoughts he's overturning in the butt. Oh,
that does force him off the cap.
Gumo. And Gumo takes one too, and is out of the smoke right now. Oh, that's a disaster for Tayto.
Gumo's got to go dark. He can't afford to be shooting.
I mean, well, he shot coming out of the smoke. I think he was too busy looking at the torpedoes. He had his left mouse button held down. He didn't lose his life over it, so that's important.
Ooh. Club gets radar by Gdansk. Moskva for Ruff over at Chocolate is now rotated spots on the island because he was tired of getting farmed out and needs to preserve that HP.
Azwraith survives with 695 hit points.
Well, his job is now spotting from afar. Ironically, what I would do if I was Tayto, I'd wait for the Gumo smoke to come back. And I would smoke the Salem, bow into the cap, and let him do the capping. Put the club out to the one line to keep anything spotted pushing in.
At this point, that's all you can do with that Clev.
You know where Gdansk is there. You like, I guarantee you the radar is going to be ready. Like, oh look, it's ready.
Yep. He's got buffed Adrenaline Rush, but that's only going to work for dumping torpedoes out. He knows it too. He's running out and too late. Now he's radared. Now he's gonna die. I'm with you, Puddin. That's a terrible decision to just say, well, try to get it anyway. Ruff claws their way back in with that kill.
Seal the deal over at what is that? Donuts is awfully low and coming under heavy fire.
He's abandoned his flank, and he's forced now to kite away.
I mean, the position he was in, if he stays there, he's dead. So I can see him like, yeah, I need to move. Like, I'm just sitting there being farmed out by Wooster. It doesn't help your team at all. You know, if you were a Petro there, yeah, you probably could have survived because you could go dark.
Yep.
You know, Moskva doesn't go dark and get spotted for free and farmed out for free. Well, the Ragnar that was low behind for Ruff behind Chocolate is now back to half health, but he is out of heals.
There goes Seal the Deal. I mean, Tayto can have C for all Ruff cares. Oh, look, Linker's in the same spot he died last game. There's really no need to overpush here and whatever. You're winning on both flanks. You're up 2 ships right now. So just set yourself up into defensive positions. Think about where the enemy is going to push from. That Moskva's dug in. He feels comfortable, but I'll tell you what, at a certain point, he's going to have to leave and do something because he's not going to win the game just sitting there. Admiral Ted is almost dead in the Loria. They're doing a great job with the Wushta.
I think keeping the Ragnar there to keep the Moskva spotted was good. There goes the Loria. So I like the play earlier with the collab, but I think you possibly should have smoked the Salem in. You could have done it actually next to the island. Because that gives him a decent escape route of reversing away from the battleship.
Right.
You know,
Zarg is looking right at this.
And with him and Smoke, you get the B cap. Gdansk and San Martin radar won't last long enough to keep them spotted to kill a bow in Salem if you would have done that way earlier. You know. Ironically, also, I would have brought the Hydro Salem.
I'm a big fan of Hydro Salem. Capock Kid gets detected. Once again, this is radar. I think this is the Salem radar. No, San Martin, I mean. And, wow. Hadi pushes Capock Kid out of AP shells. Muggy Cat smells blood on the water. He's going in on this with his guns. This is going to be a dead Gumo. But we're going to game 3.
Yeah. More importantly, even if I know I'm going to die, I would have dropped my smoke for the Salem.
Was it
he had
ready?
a smoke available.
Okay. And yeah, I agree. Although it depends on when he thought of it. Because he probably thought of it when he's behind the Salem. So that's not going to help.
What I was going to say, if you're going to put a Salem into smoke, Hydro's way more important than radar. Your radar is so short. Your DD's just going to spot something that close to you.
And that's why Des Moines is usually a better pick for this kind of cruiser. However, Des Moines was banned.
And so was Brisbane.
Yep. So a lot of that smoke fire shenanigans stuff is outie. I'll just leave it up in case anybody else dies, but nah. All right, let's get our death pick.
Heck, even a San Martin's a better choice for that because you got Hydro and radar.
That's right.
It doesn't work as well with the Salem, which is why they kind of did it right. Okay, we're gonna do the Salem and the Gumo, and we'll have something spot. But the difference is if you can't spot the enemy, if they're doing the same smoke thing, almost a waste of time. Like the Woots are like that. I believe that's why we saw the Woots are on the other side with the more traditional smoke, radar and hydro.
Yep. Yep. All right, well, let's take it back to the best of 3 screen here. As we go to game 3, everybody. Game 1, game 2, and game 3. I'm excited about that. We're going to get another commercial break out. Remember, I am also streaming over on YouTube, so if you don't like commercial breaks, you can always have both tabs open and pick up whatever you want. And congratulations. Looks like somebody's going to win a... Is it a coal container? Yeah. Or coal container. Awesome. All right, see you guys in a few. Let's see. You can take a look at what's going on in the rest of the tournament in a moment.
What? Rain just got O2'd by them?
Take a look.
That's what it says on bow screen. And
Yeah.
cat screen.
Them O2's rain. Did anybody cast that?
Bo did.
Bo did. Wow.
That's how I knew.
That's a huge upset. That means whoever wins this gets to fight Rain.
Wow. I'm not looking forward to winning that game. I have to go fight one of the best EU clans. Well, I mean, to be fair though, like, and if any of these clans have done very hard, like, and I don't know, very heavy into clan battles, like they're already very familiar with facing Brain and TWA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if they're doing any sort of Typhoon push, they'll probably frequently be running into them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pumbaa took a game off of AA7. They're close. Let's take a look at the other groups and see. That was Group 2. Here's Group 1. Ro versus Moai is an interesting winner's bracket game. Entity getting 2-0'd is an interesting one. And then they 2-0'd GGN. GGN is out of the tournament. Alright, and then it's a staggered start, so Group 3 and 4 aren't as far into the tournament yet. AAO defeating A-O. Unwat Sleep coming up for them. KHUA, that was what we saw to start yesterday. And didn't they have a... Wasn't there a... I can't remember, was that one that was forfeit? Yes, that was a forfeit game. Can't remember who didn't show up.
I don't know why I want to say dirty. I could be wrong. I mean, that was yesterday. We already know how bad my memory is from, like, a game we just watched.
Right. That was Blofa that didn't show up. That was Blofa that didn't show up. Okay. That's right, because I thought it would be funny to do Kablofa. Anyway. It's the little things we do these days, you know, to entertain us. NWDE, we just saw them win against Unskilled. They get to go up against the TWA. What about Japs? You're going to need that. A7 going up against All 2. Okay. Okay. See what's going on in the training room. Okay. 5 minutes from then, so 17 after. So we got 2 minutes to go until we get to our next game. It's big thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you all being here. There are no drops today for King of the Sea. There were none yesterday either. Hoping that there are drops going to be next weekend, and then the following. We'll have to see what they do with that.
Well, NA doesn't play at all next weekend, do they?
No, they do. They don't play the third weekend.
Wait, there's a third weekend?
For EU, yes, there's a third weekend for EU. This goes through September 1st, Sunday, September 1st. But for NA, because there's fewer teams, they get through the bracket a little bit quicker. You don't need such a convoluted bracket.
What? This would have been perfect time to come up with an even more convoluted bracket.
Yeah, we like the word convoluted here. Oh, Realm and Burnt Tuna Weed getting in with fireworks. I can actually... Oh, it's interesting. It didn't drop my my lights. Huh. Whatever. You can enjoy the lights in the back of the screen.
Well, we're getting another 2-minute warning.
Oh, that's why I forgot to start Lumia. Derp.
Why? Because of the 2-minute warning?
Something. No, when I transition to from my rerun channel, because I leave the lights on overnight for the rerun channel. When I transition from that over to main, I forgot to start up Lumia again. Let me get that going. All right. Close out of this. Close out of this. You'll see in chat, Lumia is here. Here, and we're going to stop HUD. I don't want that for this part. And then we're going to hide Lumia. Okay. All right. Well, just for a realm and the others, I'll go ahead and run fireworks again for you guys so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. Although it doesn't really matter because we're going into the game now. Nine streamers casted that? Well, fine, whatever.
9 streamers casted what?
The Rain Them game. You know, it's interesting. We try to get as much coverage as possible, so we see games instead of saying, "Oh, what could have happened there?" Because it's one thing to see the replay of it, which is nice to have the replay render at least, but totally another thing to actually see the game go down. All right, here we go.
Well, I mean, they finally got to see an upset. You know, like it was only 12 years in the making.
There you go. All right, here we go. Game 3 of Ruff and Tayto. Both are tied. Obviously, one of these teams will continue in the loser's bracket. The other one will be eliminated completely from the tournament. So, Gdansk, Ruff is bringing with him a Gdansk, a Kleber, unique upgrade again. Squizzer's now in a Ragnar. Muggy reprises his role as a 420 Blazeit Hargamo. We got San Martin, a unique upgrade Moskva. Salem with radar and missing one flag again. Colombo. And Zarg is now in a unique upgrade Vermont button. That's fun to see.
Not fun to play.
It's a unique upgrade brick.
Alright, so to the south we have a Ragnar Daring. Looks like they're going to Bacon, while the second Daring is heading over to Donuts with a Marsili and a Loria. We have one Moskva that will be supporting the Bacon side, and the second Moskva heading over to Apples. One Moskva is unique, the other one is reload. Okay. Going over to Apples with the reload Moskva is a Z42 and a unique mod Colombo. And as the saying goes, 2 teams enter, 1 team leave.
That's right. It's an interesting decision to go for reload on this particular Moskva. I think in this spot, oof, nice sap shells there from the Colombo. I think for the Moskva on this side of the map, it kind of makes sense to do reload because you're not going to have too much firing long range. You're more close in support for destroyer, so getting that reload is important. The unique upgrade is taken at the expense of some of that reload. You get some of that. You get accuracy instead, which of course is more important over long range.
I still would like the accuracy even at close range because you're just that more accurate.
I'm just trying to theory craft why they may have chosen a reload.
Oh no, it like you said, it does make sense, but kind of when it comes to competitive, unless you are not a specialized skilled ship, and I will use a Salem as an example, right? Like if you're going to put the Salem in a spot, like realistically, if you put the Salem at A, you're Hydro. Right? Because you can put him behind the island and he can literally Hydro that whole thing, which one lasts longer than any radar. You know, which means if somebody's going to make a play on you, there's plenty of time, and the person more likely to make a play would be a YOLOing DD. You have time to get a ship in position to help you.
Yep.
But
well, both teams get their home cap at about the same time.
I was going to say, but for competitive, like, you kind of need that range. Like, range is kind of almost a must for some things, because you don't want a ship to get away from you because you just don't have the range.
Range is usually king, and not only that, it allows for so many more opportunities for cross shots at things that maybe aren't expecting you to be looking at them.
Right, which is why I would say, you know, the Moskva should be taking range over the reload. It's not as much. Moskva is more of a utility ship, not a specialized ship.
Yep. I completely agree.
You know, while you're swapping out a Salem for Des Moines for the most part, Salem is much more of a you're gonna turn it into a specialty ship. Like it's gonna do one thing, and you're gonna make sure it does that one thing extremely well.
Yep.
Right, you're gonna put it somewhere, and you're gonna force them to push into you. Right, Des Moines adds a little bit more utility to where Salem, you're gonna park it somewhere and be like, I just heal back everything because I have a great heal and a great reload because I'm a Des Moines class. So come at me, brah.
Exactly. Well, while all that's been going on, Squizzer does radar shenanigans is daring with the Ragnar, and not much else is doing over there on that side. It's interesting, you've got a Marsili and a Loria and a daring against a San Martin and a Ragnar, with a Colombo within range to kind of help, but he's really looking at something else. So I'm kind of surprised to see so much of Tayto just sitting there.
Oh, Tayto's daring, and it's caught under radar, and he's deep in that radar.
Yep, and that's the Colombo getting ready to help support that side. They knew it was coming. Like, this is the opportunity for the Marsili and Loria to push, but they're not, like, noticing that. And worth noting, if that was a Petropavlovsk instead of a Moskva, Ray would have a lot more hit points right now. As Conga line torpedoes go by abandoned ship, but abandoned ship knows they're coming and he backs away.
Oh, Salem is getting forced to push into that island with Moskva radar. The Vermont is coming too.
Yeah, I think I kind of feel like Salem doesn't care. What's really gonna do anything about him? It's probably gonna be the Colombo. But the Colombo's got to deal with the Vermont anyway, and I think it makes sense for the Salem just to go right in that spot. It's a safe place for him right now.
Oh, look, his radar caught nothing. I'm shocked.
Look at that T-Rex radar. Here comes the sap in the Salem. Awa. Yeah.
Salem wasn't fast enough getting to that island. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, what do you like at this stage of the game? These teams should be like, okay, 8.5 kilometer radar. I can keep him spotted for days. I never have to worry about his radar. And they can kind of have the attitude, if the Salem radars me, I literally deserve everything coming at me because of one of two things. I'm stupid,
Mm-hmm.
or that guy just really outplayed me.
Speaking of, look at these torpedoes on the Harugumo. Muggy taking one as he tries to get set up to push the Salem far. This, I think, is a mistake. He's pushing himself farther south, gets himself detected because the Z-42 exists. The second time we've seen Muggy Cat just do something that really puts him at severe risk. He's probably going to die here, actually. Oh, maybe
You want to know why he did that?
Why?
Salem radar. Hey, there's something in front of me. I got nothing on radar.
Right. We can advance.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand. It's just...
The way you have to do the Salem and smoke is you radar when the DD comes up to try to potentially spot you within your firing penalty, and then you radar back.
Yep. How about this
Push him
Mosfa
away.
that got a really good citadel on Pava? Unfortunately, he wasn't ready to follow up with his next salvo. Waited a little bit on the radar. That was a blind fire shot into Pawa. Got the citadel and said, oh, I should radar. But he catches Ruff out with that as well.
Well, I mean, if you notice, if the Gumo wasn't so low, he'd be sitting with the Salem farming out Moskva. But I mean, you did see him open up and shoot. Like,
yep.
In my opinion, they're using the Gumo correctly with the Salem in. I'm going to be in smoke helping you shoot. Unfortunately, like you said, eating the torpedo, taking so much damage meant like, okay, I cannot sit here. You guys need to finish off the low health. Gumo, and like, I really had to say this. The Gumo could have saved some of his HP if, I don't know, the club was out front spotting. Right? You're a ledge mod club. Why?
Why did you go in the Thunderdome?
Yeah, like you're there to spot for the Gumo, who's literally a light cruiser.
Yep, and now you've got Zarg with the brick, who decides to stop. Really don't understand that decision. Get behind the Mosfa and shoot him in the butt. What are you afraid of? A Columbo? It feels really odd to me. Like you need this guy to feel uncomfortable. You need him to move forward. If you move him forward, everybody else can clobber him. As long as he's allowed to sit here and play his game, good luck getting him out. Oh, and look, the Kleber's on Hydro? Okay.
Oh, T-Beach coming out.
T-Beach. DCP is down on him. So, he does manage to...
Went out of Hydro into radar.
2 fires. Well, the radar hasn't been used yet, which I'm really surprised.
No, that was the green radar.
No, yeah, but I'm really surprised Baz didn't radar. There it is. It's like, take advantage of this. Don't let him go dark. Don't declare him dead. I think that's what happened. They declared him dead. Don't ever declare somebody dead until they're actually dead.
Probably said he had a fire on him and didn't realize it wasn't going to be enough to kill him.
Right, exactly. And you and I have played enough competitive to know that you keep shooting until it's dead. It doesn't matter how much hit points they have, how many fires they're on. You keep shooting it. And because of that, 2 big mistakes.
You lose your Gdansk and fail to kill the club.
That's mistake number 1. And mistake number 2 is Ruff going down with the parking Vermont. Oh, and Muggy Cat detected by Moskva's radar as fun collateral.
Ooh, Salem got touched a little bit.
I mean, whatever.
Oh, look, there's something going on chocolate side because A side is filled with questions and more questions.
Questions and regret. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Marsili, who decides he wants to charge everything.
I don't know what could go wrong. Like, I think they're over-exaggerating on everything.
We always
Clearly, the Hiragumo and Salem are not shooting him, okay?
Right, and the Moskva on the other side with the broadside-ish AP.
No, the Moskva did shoot him, so... Oh, I wonder what our club is going to do. Why are we not just going to A1?
Here, take our gift. Continue on. Good luck in COTS. It's just that's what it felt like watching that Marsilli just charge in like that. Why?
Well, there's 1 minute left.
Well, there was
don't know
2
how
minutes
much-
left.
I was gonna say, I don't know how much, the Marsilli living counts towards this. I mean,
Yeah.
because you're still down points. You do have to make a play somewhere. Oops, Salem goes down,
Okay.
so...
Okay. Well, hey, there you go. There you go. That
Oh,
some
wait.
points.
Wait, hold on. That meant the Marsilli alive still helps out even more.
I know, right? Like what?
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
All right. Now, for everybody keeping track of how many times that Salem's radar was used this game, the answer is 0.
And Baz. Oh. No skill, all luck on that torpedo. Now, if Baz goes in radars and catches the Gumawk, can anybody shoot him? Not yet, but at least they know where he is.
It's got
No,
1
wait.
minute to get a kill here.
42, going for it.
Or a cap.
Muggy Cat just thinking skinny thoughts. Oh, there's a hit. There's a hit.
I hate to say it, the Moskva needs...
It's gotta go.
Teo's Moskva needs to go.
Gotta go.
Yeah, because you have to secure this Gumo kill.
Oh, they get it, and there's a lead change right there. Tayto takes the lead.
Well, once again, team's going, shut up, streamer guy, you don't know what you're talking about. STD's had it.
We totally sent that gift to make them feel overconfident.
Wait. If the Marsilli was still alive, they'd have a bigger lead?
Oh. Maybe. Well, we get the point gain now, so 30 seconds away. Tayto is going to turn this game around. I don't see any way for Ruff to get back into this.
Moskva kill, but you've got 16 seconds to do it.
And abandoned ship is abandoning his position.
He has to, but I mean, here's the problem. He needed to actually go into B.
Yeah.
Not just push
All the
forward.
points
Just
and
pushing
all that.
forward just means, hold on, Marsilli, I'll show you how to do it and survive.
Yep. So
Right.
we end this battle with 2 Moskvas being shot at by everyone. Because they're all like, this is our last chance to win. Shoot and kill the Moskva. Wow.
I wonder if the Marsilli was told to heat himself forward and sacrifice himself.
For the greater
Don't
good, of
understand the
course.
call, but it is what it is. That was what, game 3? And
That was a game 3, so I'm going to put the winner screen up.
that was Teo?
That was Tayto.
Oh, wait. What am I worried about? I have to watch the stream anyways.
Tayto winning 2-1. So, we're going to see if we can find another game. We'll see. As soon as I can find the right channel. In the meantime, and I'll just go here.